Hello children. Now this session we discussing the nuclear topic. That too we are going through our manual exercise problems we are going to do. So in first exercise we have the questions regarding only binding energy and mass defect, binding energy for nuclear and that concept. So now we'll go move to the next exercise, and this exercise will consist of so based upon completely remaining topic. So after binding energy or binding energy for nuclear, and few theory concepts as well as nuclear fission and nuclear fusion reactions. Regarding that we have this session. Then we'll continue with that half lifetime, radioactivity and that concept also. And we'll see the previous question. Coming to, so in our manual, so there's a second exercise problems. So few are theory and few are explanations and few are numericals. Let's see. Coming to the first question, nuclei exercise, second exercise. So the given question like complete the equation for the following fusion process. So the given uranium 92-235. So bombard with the neutron, one neutron. It gives the given SR30H90 plus dash. So as you know that, so there is a number of relations, barium, krypton concept and everything. So but how we can identify? Generally in uranium fission reactions, uranium nucleus bombarded with the one neutron, it emits the three neutrons. It emits the three neutrons, that we know. According to that, so definitely there is a two elements, two subnucleus, that is light nucleus with three neutrons. So the three neutrons is 3n01. So that means mass number here 0, here 30H. And the mass number 3, so 93 is our remaining. So you're given questions like xenon 54-143 plus 3 neutrons, and xenon 54-145, instead of 143, 145 taken, 54-145, and xenon 57-142, and xenon 54-142 plus neutron. This we have to choose. So you know that how to calculate. So 135 plus 1, 136. 90 plus 3. 90 plus 3 already over. 90 plus 3, 96. So here 136 and 96. If you remove it, no, you will get the data, and otherwise you can take it. 146, 136 and already 90 is there. Remaining is at 146. Where 146 will tally? Here it not tallies. Here not possible. Here not possible. So only in the case. So compulsory 3 neutron will exist. Compulsory 3 neutrons more. So that you have to remember. So proton number 92, 38. 38 plus what? 54. This one. Here also 54 is there. Here also 54 will be there. If you only considering the proton number, so 3 options are existing here. But if you consider mass number, then you will get it. And plus reaction, in nuclear fission reaction, compulsory 3 neutrons will leverage. This is about the first question, and option E only. This type of question, if they are given the reaction, how to do it. And question number 2. The question number 2 is a theory. The example of nuclear fusion is the given options. Nuclear fusion examples. Formation of barium and krypton. Nuclear fusion, not fission. Fusion. What is a fusion? Light nucleus will combine and form the heavy nucleus. Here, formation of barium and krypton. Barium krypton will come in uranium 92-238 bombarded with a neutron, barium krypton. That is nuclear fission case. Option A wrong. So second option is formation of helium from hydrogen. From helium from hydrogen. So light nucleus will combine from the helium. Chance is there. So from hydrogen to helium will form. Let's see. Formation of plutonium 235 to uranium 235. Plutonium heavy nuclei, uranium also heavy nuclei. Okay, so how it is? So you know that nuclear fusion will for light nucleus, nuclear fission will heavy nucleus. So they are asking that nuclear fusion. So heavy nuclear case is not yet possible. A option, barium krypton splitting two parts, not possible from uranium. Barium krypton from the uranium, first option, not okay. Formation of helium from hydrogen, chance is there. Formation of plutonium from uranium, splitting uranium from plutonium. So heavy nuclei coming to light nuclei, okay, but not light from heavy. Formation of water from the hydrogen and oxygen, combining of hydrogen and oxygen. It's not a nuclear reaction series, okay. So only one option is what? Hydrogen 2. So what the relation? H12 plus H12, okay, helium 2,3, okay, plus like this. You can take it, no? One neutron will exist. So this is two light nuclei will combine and form the one heavy nuclei, helium. Okay. So option B only. Formation of helium from the hydrogen. Option question number 2 in exercise 2. Now 3 in exercise 2, question number 3. Theory question. In nuclear fusion, the fission reaction proceed with a projectile. That means one after reaction, some few particle will project or comes out from the reaction. Which of the following shows the best? What will project? What are the projectiles? Slow protons, fast neutrons, slow neutrons, none of the above. Everyone knows that slow neutrons, because how it will slow down neutrons in nuclear reaction, that you know. So answer is slow neutrons. So why? Because in the fast move, neutrons are bombarded with the nucleus and it generates. So the fast moving neutrons will have maximum energy. That energy is converted into heat form. So that's why when the energy it losses, it slow down its energy. So that means it slow down its velocity. So answer is slow neutron theory concept. When two deuterium nuclei fuse together to form the tritium. Just now given H1, H12, H12 form the helium-2 free. So when it will form, so when a two deuterium H12, okay, fuse together to form the tritium, that is H13. Is forming like this. Then we get neutron, deuteron, alpha particle, proton. What we get? Balance it 1, 1, 1. So here comes to 1, 2, 2, 4, 3. Come. So then H11 proton. So what we get? Proton. Option D. Option D, proton. Next, which of the following reactions is source of energy in the sun? Okay, source of energy in the sun. Fourth question. So generally we know carbon, nitrogen, proton cycles. Here they given beryllium and alpha particle helium-24. It gives what? Carbon C12 plus N0 minus 1 they mention. Beryllium 49. This is the first one. Helium-24. Second option, helium-23 and helium-23, that which gives helium-24 plus alpha particle, H11 plus H11. Everything is balanced. Okay, 30 and it is comes to plus 1. Okay. Now they given barium, krypton, uranium and neutron. Barium, krypton combine form the uranium and neutron minus antineutron. Next, ferrous, calcium combine some W value plus 1 neutron minus 1. But they are asking that form a source of sun. Generally, what will happen in sun and stars? Nuclear fusion. So that is light nuclei will combine and form the heavy nuclei with some energy. This will not possible. Okay, these are light nuclei, not like comes under light nuclei. This reaction we are seeing in which is on uranium. So nuclear fission. So this also ferrous, calcium, not it. And barium and helium. Okay, not yet possible. Only this we will see in carbon, nitrogen, proton cycle especially. This reaction we will see. That's why the reactions you should learn. It's not only for PU, it's for competitive also. Okay. So those who have manuals, please keep with you. Otherwise, so I am reading the question, I am writing the options. So make a note of it. Okay. Next, which of the following, which of these is a following fusion reaction? Which of these are fusion reaction? Options given like this: H13, H12, that gives helium-24 plus neutron. Next, uranium-92 230H. Okay, fusion case uranium and it into lead and 8 alpha particles plus 6 beta minus particles. Next, carbon 712, which gives carbon 612 plus beta plus decay plus some gamma. None of them. So which of these are fusion reaction? We know. So during that one, light nucleus, especially nuclear fusion and carbon nitrogen, here carbon split into, this is okay, only small reaction. Carbon it converts 712 is not possible, see. So this also not correct. Not correct. None of them are not correct. See, H13, H12. Okay, then we give this one. So this is the suitable for the nuclear fusion. So that is option. Question number 6 one. Next, question number 7. Question number 7. So the question number 7, they given here given the to generate the power of 3.2 megawatts. They given 3.2 megawatts. To generate the power 3.2 megawatts, the number of fissions of uranium 235 per minute. Number of fissions in uranium 92 235. So energy released for each fission given as 200 mega electron volts. So 1 electron volt is equals to this one. Options given as 6 into 10 to the power of 18 joules. SI unit. 6 into 10 to the power of 17 joules. Next, 10 to the power of 17 joules and 6 into 10 to the power of 16 joules. Okay, you know that energy we can convert into joules by multiplying with 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 90. So, to generate the power, we need power. How to find the power? General formula of power is what? Power is equals to energy divided with time. Okay, and sorry, energy per minute. So, if T is equals to 1 minute. T is equals to 1 minute, and uranium 92 235 they mentioned. So in uranium 92 235, first of all, okay, these are options. No? Please note down. Energy for each fission. Energy released for each fission is 200 mega electron volts. Okay, you can convert it into joules. So the number of fissions we should find. Number of fissions. Uranium 92 235. Generally, power is equals to total energy. Energy for each fission into total number of fissions divided by time. Remember it. Power general formula. Total energy divided by time. Okay, for every 60 seconds, and energy for each one is E. And in the end. So then N by T is equals to P by E. So P value given in megawatts. 3.2. Mega means what? 10 to the power of 6 watts. SI unit. Divide by, and energy for each fission 200 mega electron, 200 into mega electron volts, 10 to the power of 6 electron volt, 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Okay, get cancels. So then you can convert. This is 2 times, this is 100 times, 100 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Okay, that is 10 to the power of minus 17 in denominator. If it goes there, 10 to the power of plus 17. Every time they will not be this much such like this. So then we should go through the calculation like this. It's not, it is easy one. because 200, 1.6 you get 3.2, 2 times, okay. But if they given different value, okay, so in that case you should go. So option, 10 to the power of 17. You get that 10 to the power of 17 you get. Okay. Now, so this is question number 7. Answer is 10 to the power 17. So remember the model. Don't by heart this numericals. This type of questions may ask different relations. Okay, or different values. Now question number 8. Question number 8, they mentioned here the nuclear reaction here. H12 which gives helium-24. So they given mass of the deuterium. Mass of the deuterium given as 2.0141. Atomic mass in it. Mass of the helium given as 4.0024. Okay. So the nuclear reaction, this one is, so given energy, fusion reaction and releasing of energy 24 mega electron volts. Releasing of energy and fusion reaction only, but 24 of mega electron volts is observing, releasing. Next, fission reaction with energy 0.025H and fission reaction it's 0.025. It's very easy question. You can easily guess. And here energy releasing, energy observing. First of all, light nuclei forming the heavy nuclei. Nuclear fission or fusion. So C and D is wrong because they given nuclear fission, releasing of energy. Okay. Next we have nuclear fission, observing of energy. Okay, the releasing, observing secondary, but this is not a nuclear fission reaction, fusion reaction. So they given nuclear fusion with energy 24 mega electron volts releasing, 24 mega electron observing. As we know that this is wrong. It will not observe. Nuclear reaction will liberate the energy. Okay. So answer is a nuclear fusion reaction, releasing of energy 24 mega electron volts. Okay. So this exercise is completely on nuclear fission and fusion reactions only. Okay. Question number 9. Okay. The energy liberated on the complete fission of 1 kg of uranium. Uranium 90 to 235. So listen this one. This type of questions we will take calculation based. So for each fission, one nuclei will produce 200 mega electron volts of energy. So they given the options 8.2 into 10 to the power of 10 joules, 8.2 into 10 to the power of 9 joules only answer. Next 8.2 into 10 to the power of 13 joules, 8.2 into 10 to the power of 16 joules. The answer given in joules. So we should convert. So each nuclei gives this much of energy mass. So in 1 kg, how many number of nucleus presents? So I already discussed this. Number of nucleus presents. Mass in grams by molecular weight into Avogadro number. So what is the mass in grams? 1 kg mentioned, no? So 1000 grams. Okay, molecular weight you can take 235 into Avogadro number. You know that 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. So by taking out that consideration, okay, I will give that value. So you will get the number of nucleus. So this is the one way map. So 1000 divided by 235, 5 times we can, and 6.023 into 10 to the power of 20. Okay, 10 to the power of plus 23. So you know that. So we should calculate approximately value, and 6.023 is there. Okay, you can take up to 6. Okay, well, you will get number of. So approximately what you will get, no, number of nucleus. Just check your answer. 2.542 into 10 to the power of 24 you will get. Just check it once again. I am giving the procedure, just calculate yourself. Okay. So I am giving the answer directly, but you can check it once. What I mean, 5 times you can. So instead of 6.023, you can take 6. You will get approximate value. Okay. Because options, in option 8.2 is common. Only you should find the powers. So there is a difference of 3. So by taking off this point, by taking out of this point, so there is no change of this value. Simple logics. N value. Once you get this one, no, then total energy is equals to number of nucleus into energy of each one. Energy of each one is what? Nuclei. 200 mega electron volts. So 200 mega means what? 200 into 10 to the power of 6 into electron volt. 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. That concept, substitute. See, formula easy. Finding of n value is a challenge here. Number of values we have found. So while you're finding, if any options are like this, we should strongly concentrate on these powers. Okay. If you got 0.8 into 10 to the power of 13, that's wrong. 0. But the option is what? 8.2 is there. So 0.8 you convert into 8 point, then you will get change. So that is the way. So think about the powers, and you should concentrate more on this type of questions. Okay. So calculation based, it will take time. See here, 2 into 1.6, 3.2. So 2, 8. So minus 11 will come. Okay. So that is 2 point, that means 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. 3.2, okay. Now 3.2 into 2 times. 3.2 into 2 times 6. Okay, near to 8, okay. 10 to the power of minus 7, 10 to the power of 24. 30 will comes. Easy. Only multiplication, if you have proper multiplication, that's easy. Okay. So the powers you can make it to first in this manner, then you can get it. Okay, answer. So answer is, you get 8.2 into 10 to the power of 13 you will get now. By substituting of this n value and e value, you will get 8.2 into 10 to the power of 13 value. Okay. Next. Question number 10. I will give the hint, but you can do it. I am not solving each and every step here. Okay, just I am giving hint and calculation you have to do. Okay, so because I have my own technique to calculate, but you should learn that and practice more and more while you are taking the calculation. But formulas and hints I will explain, no problem. Now question, 10th question. In that, in a reaction, there is one reaction H12, H13, which gives helium-24 plus 1 neutron. This is one reaction. If tending energies of H12, H13, helium-24 are ABC. Okay, this energy is A, this energy is B, energy of this one is C. In mega electron volts. They given the reaction, they given the energy of these three elements A, B, C in mega electron volts. Then energy of released in the reactions. How much of energy will release? Simple, you know that. You know that energy of products. Okay, energy of the, so these are the reactant, these are the products. So what we can take, C minus energy released equals to. So energy released, okay, in this product, okay, energy of this one minus extra energy, no. So A plus B equals C plus D, let us assume it. A plus D equals C plus D. So in that case, so these are the product minus A plus B, energy of the products. So excess, if it is negative, for example, that is, assume that this is X mark. C plus X is equals to, energy is equals to that much. Because law of conservation of energy is obeyed in this. Law of conservation of energy, law of conservation of momentum, law of conservation of mass obeys in nuclear reactions. C energy and this energy, C plus X energy is equals to A plus B. So X is equals to, you can take, okay, product minus energy releasing and everything is dependent upon this. X is equals to A plus B minus C. Okay, so if it is positive, that means product to minus C is positive, that means exothermic, heat is releasing. Okay, because excess mass, excess energy is there. If it is negative, it will absorb, that you know. So here options given as C plus A minus B, C minus A minus B, A plus B plus C, A plus B minus C. The energy released in mega electron volts. So which is suitable generally? A plus B positive. Okay. C is negative. You can take it. Okay. But A plus B, and one more chance is there. If you take that, so the options given. So energy, let us assume that the amount of energy released. Okay, energy releasing. Okay, so definitely it will be positive. It will be positive. So then take this term. Okay, this Q value releasing. That means here A plus B energy is equal to C plus Q, and Q is positive compulsory. Take this one. A plus B minus C is equal to Q. Energy releasing, no? That's right. Q I am taking positive. If energy observed, so minus something. Okay, energy something minus you can take. So option you can go for A plus B minus C. Next, fusion reaction is initiated with the help of. Okay, as we know, theory concept now. During the fission reactions, after reaction energy will release, but there is not require of any excess energy or any external energy to the fission reaction get reacted. But so that's why fission reactions are not a thermo reactions. But in case of fusion reaction, so combining of light nucleus or combining of nucleus releases requires heavy amount of energy. That's why fusion reactions will take place at the temperature 10 to the power of 7 kelvins. Okay, remember that. So that's why the question given as the fusion reaction is initiated with help of low temperature, high temperature, neutrons, any particle. Okay, so light nuclei will combine, form the heavy nucleus. Okay, but it will take place at high temperature, which is equals to 10 to the power of 7 kelvins. So high temperature, at high temperature only fusion reaction will take place. So at Earth atmosphere we can't make that fusion reactions because 10 to the power of 7 kelvins. See, remember that some lakhs of temperature centigrades. So that the lakhs of centigrade temperature will not present at core of our Earth. Core of Earth is about 5000 degrees centigrade or 6000 degrees centigrade. So that is, but lakhs of centigrade temperature is not at possible on Earth atmosphere. Okay, so that's why it's not at possible on Earth atmosphere. In space, vacuum pressure is more. As increasing of pressure, the melting point also changes. That you know. So that's why in space only we will see the fusion reactions. Next question. That is 11th question over theoretically, and 12th question. Question number 12. So when a beryllium 49 atom is bombarded with the alpha particle. Helium 24 is the alpha particle. The product of nuclear transformation is C612 and other is C612, other is simple, easy. They given E minus 10, X-rays, D12 deuterium and neutron. Simple, we can take it as 4 plus 2, 6 over no, remaining is 0. 9 plus 4, 13. So 12 is there, 1. Got it now? 0, 1. Okay, it consists of only neutron. So answer D. Okay. So don't expect these easy questions in NEET mark. This is the basic questions. Okay. And probably if they ask this type of question, it's very easy. Maybe CET point of view, it may. Okay. Okay, in a working nuclear reactor, cadmium rod are used to cadmium rods are used to observe the neutrons. Okay, that is okay. Speed up the neutron, slow down the neutron. Slow down the neutron is what? Heavy water. Okay, so and these cadmium rods will observe the some neutrons. That's the answer. In a nuclear reaction, we have conservation of mass only, conservation of energy only, conservation of momentum only. But D option is conservation of mass, energy and momentum. Remember that in a nuclear reaction, conservation of mass, conservation of energy, conservation of momentum. 3 will exist. Okay. Next, here also same, already we discussed. No? Here they given 4 reactions. No? In that, we should identify the fusion reaction. Last question. H12, helium-24. Next, neutron will combine with nitrogen, carbon C614 and 1 proton. Next, neutron, uranium 92-230H and then neptunium 93-239 plus beta minus and gamma radiation. And H13 which gives helium-23 plus beta minus decay. Never these two. Here also never. Light nuclide forming. It's conversion, beta emission it is. It's not combining here. It's a transmission, hydrogen to helium. So it's a beta decay. Okay. Now I can go for this. So which are the following? The fusion reaction. Nuclear reaction, okay. This one also nuclear reaction, this also nuclear reactions, okay. But fusion reaction is what? Light nucleus combine and form the heavy nucleus. So this is about progress 2. So 15 questions we discussed now. Already few solved questions also is there in our manual and few miscellaneous problems also is there. Okay, for NEET. Okay. And remaining miscellaneous you have to do that one. So practice it one because they consist of more number of questions. Now let's in next session we will discuss we'll continue the progress also, next progress. So we'll have a few questions. I will not discuss the theory part you can do it, and few conceptual and different questions I will discuss, which is based upon the radioactivity and half-life time. Okay, so we'll discuss the next one, exercise. Yeah, we'll continue with that next topic. It's about half-life time. So radioactivity and radioactivity based question, compulsory question now. Okay, so most of the case they are giving the more preference for this topic only. So first we'll see, we know the formula n is equals to n naught e power minus lambda t. This is one. Otherwise the same we can write like this, r is equals to r naught e power minus lambda t. Activity, if you multiply with lambda on both sides, lambda n is called activity. Activity or rate of activity is nothing but lambda into n. That you remember it. R naught is equals to lambda into n naught. R is equals to lambda into n. So in terms of R, we can take mass also, because activity, mass and number of molecules increases. That means fourth we can write m into m naught into e power minus lambda t, where m naught is or m naught r naught is the initial values. So m r n are the after t seconds. It's a disintegration values. Okay. Next, so half-life time is equals to 0.693 divided by lambda activity. This we know that. And average lifetime is equals to, you know that, 1 by t of. 1 by t of these relations. Okay. Next one important one. How to find the fractional value as well. So this is very important. Like n by n naught, m by m naught, activity r by r naught, mass number a by a naught, that is equals to 1 by 2 to the power of n. Remember this. Here where n is what? number of half-life cycles. So n is equals, we can write, so total time by half-life time. This is a formula. So very important. Most of the case they may concentrate on these problems. Okay, let's have few problems. So because same model problem they repeat in the third exercise in nuclear chapter. So we'll go with that. So these are the formulas. Please note. Okay. Now coming to the first question. The first question here. In a radioactive substance at T is equal 0, the number of atoms is, at T is equal 0, the number of atoms is, that is N naught is equal to 8 into 10 to the power of 4. N naught value starting T is equal 0. Its life period, okay, half-life period, that is T of value is 3 years. The number of atoms 1 into 10 to the power of 4 remains after the interval. So N is equal to the given 1 into 10 to the power of 4 remains after how much of time? You know that. So T value, so we should find small t value. Okay, how to find small t value? Small t is equals T of, that we know, but we don't know N value, no? You know T of value 3 years. Okay, we want to find T value and how to find N value. So for N value, formula N by N naught is equals to 1 by 2 to the power of N. Just now given one formula. So based upon that, if you go and options, okay, you can solve it. Okay, I will solve this one. Remaining you can solve it. N value. So 1 into 10 to the power of 4. N naught value 8 into 10 to the power of 4 is equals to 1 by 2 to the power of N. Get cancels. 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 we can write as a 1 by 2 cube is okay. 1 by 2 cube. So 1 by 2 cube. So then bases, numerators are same and denominator base are same. So therefore N is equals to what we get? Therefore N is equals to 3. This is one step over. N is equal to 3. 3 is equals to 3 into T divided by half-life time 3. So T is equals to 9 years. Your options 9 years, 8 years, 6 years, 24 years. Answer over. This is a question. Next, almost like this only, but different values they may ask. Next question. The half-life period of the radium is 1600. Second question. The half-life period is 1600 years. Okay, the fraction of sample of radium that would remain after 6400. T is equals to how much of fraction will remain after 6400 years. I'll give the hint, solve it. So options given 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 1 by 8, 1 by 16. 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, 1 by 16. How to do N value is equals T into T of. Once you get now? Once you get the N value, substitute N by N naught fraction present by previous is equals to what we get 1 by 2 to the power of N. So N value how much it is? 4 times. So N is equals to 4. 2 to the power of 4, 16. 16. So answer is 1 by 16 only. Simple C. This is a formula. Okay. Next. You see, by seeing of 2, 3 power, you come to know that one. And the half-life time of radium is 16. The half-life time of radium is 1600 years. What is the average lifetime? What is the average lifetime? You know that, how to do. Okay. Half lifetime given and average lifetime they given in years. Okay. So, what is that? 1 by T of. 1 by T of nothing but, then will T of formula 0.693 divided by lambda will come. They given that 3200 years, 4800 years, 2319 years, 4217 years. So the key option. So giving to that one 1 by 1600. So option it will comes to. So you can go like this one. 0.69, T of divided by 0.693, because average lifetime is equals 1 by lambda, right? So by lambda is equals to, from the half lifetime formula you can do it. So this is 1600 divided by 0.69, the approximate value you can find it now. 0.6 means what? You can take 0.7. So you will get the option that C, 2319 years, approximately, not exactly. So exactly decimal will come. Next, this type of question. I am giving the models only, I am not giving the questions. So this is a question number 6 in exercise. Now question number 7 in exercise. The percentage of original radioactivity atom is left after 5 half lifetimes. What? How much of percentage will remains after 5 half lifetimes? So first, n is equals to 5 half lifetimes. So what is the percentage I want? N by n naught or m by n naught mass percentage. They are not yet mentioned any mass or something. What percentage of original radioactive atoms, okay, is left, remains, that means left, is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of n. N by n naught is equals to 1 by 2 to the power of 5. 32, 1 by 32. N by n naught value comes to 1 by 32. Okay, so this is what remains. So percentage into 100. You want the percentage, into 100, then you can go it. So answer the given here 7 into 100, that is 100 by 33 is 3. 32 3 point something. Options given 0.3 percentage, 1 percentage, 31 percentage, 3.125 percentage. If 100, no, it's nearer to 3 something. 96, 3.125 is the answer. Okay, so this is a percentage remain. If the same question, if they ask how much of decay, how much of percentage is decay, okay, how much of percentage decay. So there is a one method. So what you got here, that is leftover mass or leftover number of nucleus percentage, 3.25. So total percentage is 100, 100 minus 3.125. So you can get in that way, 96 point something. Okay. Next, one more problem. Okay, this is also one same concept, 9th question. The half lifetime of radium T of given as 1600 years. 100 grams of radium existing now, 25 grams of will remains unchanged after how many years? Presently, N0 is equals to 100 grams. Okay. So 25 grams is left over, remains unchanged after how many years? So remaining mass. Remaining mass is 25 grams now. What is the decayed mass? Okay, this is 25, just see. So you can take after N, T of the given. We want to find total time, small t value. You know that N by N0 is equals to 1 by 2 to the power of N. From this you will get N value. Once you get the N value, N is equals small t by T of. T of is 1600, N value you should get. Okay, N by N0 by 4, that is 2 in the sense 3200 answer. So option 2400, 3200, 4800, 1600. And no need to do also this one in this type of easy. Initially 100 mark, they given 100 grams. 100 becomes 50 grams after one cycle. 50 grams becomes 25 grams after 2 cycles. So 2 cycles means 1600 years, 1 cycle, 1600 years, 1 cycle. Total 3200 years. Okay. So that is about nuclei. So almost every question will be like that only. So remaining questions all based upon this formula only. So try to solve the all question and do the exercise and miscellaneous, and already exercise questions also be given. PU question also you can practice it. So there is no difficult questions regarding it. There is no difficult questions now. Just if you see, I'll give the one question. 2017 one question given, so based upon radioactivity, and let's see based upon radius, Yeah, 2016. The question given here like this, 2016. So the half-life time of radioactive substance is 30 minutes. One radioactive substance half-life time is 30 minutes now. The time taken between 40% decay to 80% of decay. From 45 to 80% of decay. Okay. Decay of the same radioactive substances. How much? Options 15, 30, 45 and 60. I'll read the question. The half-life time of radioactive substance 30 minutes. The time taken between 40% decay to 85. 100, 100 to 50, 50 something. 100 to 50, 50 to 25, that we know. But between 40 to 85, how to find? So in this case, simple mathematics. Okay. 40% of decay. Total value, let us assume that N naught. So from 100, you have to remove 40%. 100% to 40%. So that is equals to, you can take 1 minus 0.4, 40% into N naught. Actually, this fractional method it is. What is the remaining? From 40%, what is the existing here? N value remains. I have 100 rupees now. So 40% decrease. How to calculate it? Percentage value. So what we want, we are finding the fraction. 100 minus 40, 60% is no? 60%, N is equals to 60% of N naught. 60% of N naught, right? So 60% we have to convert into fraction, divide with 100. So that means 100, 60 N naught divided by 100, 0.6. This is a formula, remember. Remaining, the remaining number of nucleus after 40% of decay, the remaining amount is N is equals to 0.6 into N naught. Remember this method. Now 85% decrease. So what this is N1. Okay. After removing initially 100, after first 40% decreases, what is the remaining amount? N1. And after 60, after 85% decay, the remaining number of nucleus is N2, that is equals 1 minus 0.85 into N naught. And taking the, I am not taking the fraction, 15, 30, so 15 2 times 3 times, okay, 15, 30. So N1 value, N2 value got. Okay, this is N1 value 0.6 N naught and N2 value 0.15 into N naught. We got N1, N2 value. So then, initial minus previous, you can both other. Okay, initial minus previous. So N2 divided by N1, like this. So let us assume this is N, this is N naught we are taking, no, in that way. So present minus previous one. Present is what? Last reaction, this one. 80. This is a initial, this is a final. Final divided by initial. Final number of nucleus divided by initial number of nucleus. Same we are applying this only now. N naught is initial. N naught is what? After t seconds. Here N1 is initial. Let us assume that 40% is initial. So after t seconds N2. From this one 0.15 into N naught divided by 0.60 into N naught. Get cancels. So which will come to 1 by 2. But we have one formula. N divided by N naught is equals to 1 by 2 to the power of N. In the same way, N2 divided by N1 is equals to, that is equals to 1 by 4 is equals to 1 by 2 to the power of N. Now see, what value of N we get for 2? So how many cycles? 2 cycles. 2 cycles is nothing but how many half cycles? 2 half cycles, no? 30 plus 30, 60. So option, what is 15, 30, 45, 60 minutes given, no? That's it. Method, remember it. Then not it asks direct from 0 to 100, 0 to 50. Between 2%, given 2% like this, follow this method. So this is a previous question, that is 2016. 2016 question. Then 2015 the given the question that is cancelled. It's about binding energy concept. 2014, 2015 they cancelled. Okay. 2015 what they given? No, a nucleus of uranium decays at the rest into nuclei of thorium and helium. Then they give an option, conceptual only. And 2014 binding energy. So okay, the binding energy for nucleon for the nuclei of 5 mega electron volts and 7 mega electron volts. They given one reaction. From that you have to find the Q value. Then 2014 and 2013 again off lifetime based question. Okay, and after 2013 we can't decide because that's not a NEET. 2013 onwards we started the NEET Karnataka. So that is the last question. So orally I will say that, finally we conclude that what we have to prepare this nuclear chapter, practice the binding energy and binding energy for nuclear problems. Next, mostly concentrate on half-lifetime and percentage fractional change concept problems. Definitely there is a question. Either that one or that one, this one. Compulsory only one question from this chapter. So remaining already we finished DNR and atoms, that also it covers. From the modern physics there is a 5 questions, remember it, 20 marks, not a easy thing, 20 marks. So practice very well and take the manuals and practice it. So then it will be very helpful. Let's discuss with new topic, okay, semiconductors in next session. Okay, thank you very much.